feasible for one guy to clean up country that is going through a civil conflict? Is it possible for one man mobilize people to work to clean up a country desperately needs a fresh coat of paint? Hi, this is Gideon Fomukwai, Story Warrior. This afternoon, I want to talk briefly, very, very briefly, just about 5 minutes, about a special guest that I have in the studio Sunday, the 24th of September 2023 at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. This guest has the audacity to believe that it's possible for him, living at 10,000 miles away from home, to mobilize enough people to clean up a country in Central Africa. Not just a country, but a country with well over 25 million. Is that possible? Is that feasible? Is that even conceivable? And why would he try? Why should anybody try? All right, don't get me wrong. This man is onto something, something special, something that takes a lot of goodwill, that takes a lot of profound imagination and belief that it's possible to mobilize civil society, to mobilize people who do not necessarily agree with a system to go out there and clean the very streets and cities that the cities were themselves supposed to clean. That is a tall order. It takes someone with a deep mind, with a big heart, to believe that, yes, I can do some other person's job. I can do the job that the people in public administration, the people who run the cities, the people who run the counties were supposed to do. And so I am applauding our guest on Sunday. I am absolutely applauding him because this is something that many people would just quietly turn a blind eye and look away. Many people will be they'll be so pretentious, nothing is happening. But the truth is, you've been to 237. You know this place needs a desperate, fresh hand, fresh minds, fresh intellect to solve some of the perennial problems of various cities of 237. Some of the gutters are choked up. Some of the rivers are highly polluted. Some of the streets stink and smell, and yet this is a beautiful nation with beautiful people, beautiful minds. Some of the most creative, some of the most hardworking, some of the most intellectually inclined people I've ever met on the face of the earth. Even 237? Oh, they originate from 237 and they're making a living somewhere else. And so it behooves you and me, if you have a stake in the motherland, if you have a stake in 237, go figure, go figure, go figure 237, which country I'm talking about, and show up on Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard because I will be interviewing someone who is not just dreaming about it, but has been doing some work about it. Who's not just thinking about it, but has been doing some work about it. Who's not just talking about it, but has been doing some work about it. And yes, some of the cities are already getting a new face, a new facade, thanks to this individual, thanks to this gentleman who lives in St. Louis, Missouri. As if he's not busy enough, let me say this. He's extremely busy as a CEO of an international center. As if he's not busy enough, he just came off from another campaign that was helping 237 to mobilize international resources, diaspora resources, support the COVID efforts. So I guarantee you, you will see the world through the eyes of a beautiful mind. You see the world through the eyes of an unsung hero. You see the world through the eyes of someone with a passion to say, I can look beyond the conflict. I can look beyond the corruption. I can look beyond all the civil strife. I can look beyond all the issues that are going on in the motherland and do something. Because, like Edith Wharton said, there are two ways to make light. You can either be the candle or you could be the mirror. I believe in some ways we at Story Warrior channel, we are the mirror. We're reflecting the light which already exists. But our guest on Sunday is someone who is lighting the candle and making sure that the world does not continue to live in a state of darkness. So I'm inviting you, invite your friends, tell your friends there's going to be a special guest. The special guest will unpack the philosophy of cleaning up 237, the concept of cleaning up a country with 25 million people, and why is this such an important issue? So important that it could affect the soul of the nation. I cannot wait to talk to the guest on Sunday. His initials are A and O. A and O. Isn't that cool? Sounds cool, right? But certainly there's no C. It's not A O C. It's just A and O. And I promise you, show up on Sunday. Let your friends know that the story warrior, Gideon Fomukwai, will be interviewing a gentleman trying, working so hard to clean up the face of a country. That is no easy task, especially if you live in the diaspora. This has been Gideon Fomukwai. I consider myself a product of Africa, produced in Asia, packaged in America, distributed worldwide. But more importantly, I want to tell stories of the unsung heroes, with untold stories, stories of hope, stories that begin to help us discover new narratives. That's the narrative I want us to see on Sunday. Why some people prefer to light the candle rather than just complain about the darkness. Thank you so much. Invite a friend, subscribe to our channel. You have a great day. Story Warrior on the move.